Now, it's so many different angles of this shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. She was putting them paws on one of them girls, bro. See why they had to jump her. I ain't gonna lie. But she's back outside in LA popping her shit, bro. Unreal.
Tell me why I could have almost died yesterday. I could have lost my life. I don't know what y'all talking about. That's why I don't even get why. Look what I got in my purse. Look what I got in my purse. Look what I got in my Bible. Hey girl, I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. And guess what's in my purse? Jesus. Y'all not gonna be playing with me? Y'all forgot Jesus still flip tables. Yeah, so look. Y'all, it works. No guns was pulled out. I wasn't robbed. I got all my chains. By the grace of God. He went before me, so who can go against me? Period. At the end of the day, I defended myself, but I could have still lost. I could have lost my chains. I could have lost my life. I could have lost the squabble. I ain't lose the squabble. I ain't lose my chains. Or I ain't lose my life. It's something to celebrate. I took myself to the ring. Well, actually, you never recorded.
Go run.
There you are. All that blessing. Thank you.
Chrisean, I need you to tap up here.
Hey, he wants you to tap. They about to get the
Okay, bye. I gotta tap. I gotta celebrate my life today because I didn't die yesterday. Oh, and I don't see none of them hoodlums coming over here because they need to get their money up. People just be hating. Just said, people just be hating. And it's okay.
They said you got carried out.
Ain't nobody run. But the girl that slapped me ran. Look, let me.
Come tap this for me, please. For my boss, get over here like one crazy.
About to get him fired.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You could tell she walking with him. Still looking good and shit. It's good, bro. You know what I'm saying? A little slap ain't do shit. She said she read. I ain't gonna lie, bro. But, you know, like I was saying, it was a bunch of people who chimed in on these matters, right? And I tell you, I seen a couple blood females talking. And I seen, matter of fact,
on West Side Lanes, like I said, got programmed up by the non-affiliate. They thought it was gonna go a different way though.
Yeah, blood and it didn't.
I'm back cracking.
And stayed up in their park.
And stayed up in the park, dead homies. We only keeping it with real on the who's who's. And then the females really did it to go viral because they jump in the car, they playing Blueface, they going crazy. I respect it. Like I respect the whole, you know what I'm saying? But on 1 Street Riders, that touched on the who's who's because I was already on Chrisean, dead homies. But I respect it on 10 Nino because when I'm squabbing with 2 people, 3 people, I'm yanking up. You got to. Tapping on the who's who's when you tap in on nothing else. They try to go for the mark out. I don't know though. That ain't what happened. And she a non-affiliate. They some Crips. They jump in the car on 412. I'm gonna show you the video. They jump in the car and they start banging Blueface like, man, don't mess with Blueface, nigga. That's the homie. Blueface ain't even going to his hood. That's how you know it's some clout chasing shit. And I respect my and it's crazy because this ain't nothing. They ain't got nothing to do with the person that sent the shit to me. She just the motherfucker regular. She wasn't into none of that shit, but fucking the ones that squad on 412, they try to go viral on the dead homies in a different that did not end well. Here. Especially with the non-affiliate. But look, this is what I don't respect though. On the dead homies, this is what I really did this video for. This is what I respect. It be Crips out there with Bloods and Bloods out there with Crips that be dissing the B and be dissing the C. Like, look, Chrisean Rock and 9 to 50.
See, you know what's crazy too? Like, she left up out of there unscathed, and that's good. But a lot of people like, shit, next time you might not be so lucky. Whatever. Like I say, but she moving with the Most High, but, you know, you can put more on your plate than what the Most High put. Talk type shit.
Dead homie, she dissed the C. So now everybody on her because she dissed the C because of who she is. You feel me? The spotlight on her. But what about all the other people every day? The regular, girls on Instagram, the regular blood homegirls, the Crip homegirls that's throwing up, the actual members that's throwing up CK, BK, and then they jumping in the cars with each other. Or y'all see them at the Slauson. Oh, that ain't my enemy, so I ain't tripping on her. But nigga, she just threw up the same shit than the CKs and BKs. Dead homies. She just threw up the same CKs and the BKs on lanes, and they breathing on her. I was been gonna really say that, like, that's for anybody. A non-affiliate right now can say something, and everybody will get on him because he by himself. But hey, you got some more wax?
Not right now.
All right, look, a non-affiliate, is bull. A non-affiliate can do some shit though on lanes, and when he do it, it's a big thing. But when a gang member do it, they giving gang members passes with each other. I just can't. I don't understand that, because when she said what she said, I'm like, yeah, she said some shit being funny, whatever. Her baby daddy is the people's. How many other people do that all day on Bloods? Your girlfriend diss the B, diss the C all day. Everybody that somebody mess with, girlfriend gonna diss they hood, all type of shit. Tell you, your dead homies and all types.
Bryce trying to point out the hypocrisy. You know, he from the red team, this, that, and the third, for those of y'all who ain't familiar. I'm gonna have a link to his channel in the description. Who's. You know, he from Denver Lane, this, that, and the third, bro. But, you know, a few people chimed in on these matters. The Queen of Compton, she chimed in. We gonna get into that, bro. Matter of fact, let's get into that real quick. It's crazy. You peep how she tried to have on a little red jumpsuit day after getting jumped by the little Crip females. Shit crazy, bro. You know.
What's poppin', everybody? It's the one and only Mrs. Black Diamond. I am the Queen of Compton, and today I found it to be very imperative that I get up on this here internet and just offer my opinion about the things that transpired yesterday. Being that I am who I am, and Compton is a city that I represent, that I love, that I'm born and raised in, I find it very important to speak on this topic. Me growing up in Compton, I know the narrative that comes along with Compton, the idea, the theories, and I always wanted to change that. That's why I represent what I represent, how I represent it. With that being said, I don't usually partake or participate in the Compton Christmas parade at all. You know, not that it's a bad thing. I love the city. I love our people. I just believe that the original idea for the Compton Christmas parade was to celebrate the city, to recognize the talent, and for the kids. You know, but as growing up throughout the years in Compton, I've seen that it's become like a shit show. You know, people go there because they enemies there, or it's beef there. It had really stopped being about the kids. So it's just something that I don't partake in, and I never cared to. And this year has proved the point in which why I don't. I decided to participate this year. I didn't get my own. With the Compton Christmas parade, anybody from the city could really, if you have like a business or whatnot, you could apply to be a part of the parade. And, you know, you go and you let them know, hey, my name is this is what I want you to say, announce me as this. I just don't do that. I kind of I keep my head on the swivel. I don't trust nobody. And I feel like once you reach a certain level, and I'm not like this big old star, but I know people want to touch me for real. I know I got haters. I know it's real.
I think I seen her as a host on No Jumper before, and to touch on, like, really the whole gangbang shit is setting everything back, you know, in a sense to where, like, it's this much outrage about Chrisean saying some words, and whole time, bro, she really, like, could be referring to the restaurant. You know, Blueface restaurant is called King of Crabs. He said he the king of crabs, so she probably didn't got that shit from him, and or she could know better and whatever, and just was trying to slight him, right? It could be either one, but for people to have this much outrage about that shit, bro, and not about like the circumstances and just the injustices and hell other shit is kind of absurd, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Outside. So I step correctly, you know. So this year, I decided to ride with the Compton Cowboys. Shout out to the Compton Cowboys. And the kiddos, the future Compton Cowboys and Cowgirls. And it was lit. It was a beautiful thing. I was honored, you know, that they allowed the Queen to ride with them this year. I want to talk about Chrisean Rock because I'm pretty sure it was a lot of like different people that was riding in the parade. You know, when you're in the parade, like the cars ahead of me, I really can't hear what's going on with them or see who it is. The way that they have you enter when you're riding the parade, because I rode on the float for the Compton Cowboys, and so I couldn't hear or see anything ahead of me. I could just hear and see what was going on, you know, in our section when we came up. So Chrisean Rock, she spotted us, you know, and we locked eyes. And I was on the floor with the kiddos, and she felt very comfortable. I seen her. She caught eyes. I seen her, and she was walking over to the float, and I'm like, bitch, come on, nigga. What's poppin'? Shout out to the Compton Cowboys, Chrisean.
I got the Cowboys.
So I'm like, you know, boom. So I helped her get up on the float, and you know, she just had this smile on her face. You can check my story, you can see it. I'm like, Chrisean, what's up, nigga? Like, you know, give a shout out to the Compton Cowboys, you know, and she did. She was in love with the kids. So when she said she came there for the kids, she definitely came there for the kids. You know what I'm saying? I think her intentions were, you know, to come for the kids. I don't think she came there to get into it with any Compton Crips or any Compton Pyrus. But it is Compton, and it just happened. You know, it is what it is. So I can honestly say that Chrisean Rock was a vibe. She was sweet. She was genuine. And I don't think that she really came there on no bullshit, okay? I must say that I'm highly disappointed. And the reason why is because not exactly that anything transpired, but probably how it went down. And I think it affects me as well and anybody from Compton because
That's why I asked the question again. I don't mean to cut her off. Like, I'm like, who booked her, right? Just to go back to her whole point of the Compton parade not being about the kids and it turned into some gangbang shit. It kind of come across like messy, like whoever booked her, knowing she said that shit, knowing somebody, you know, I'm talking about the environment. I mean, I don't know what y'all think, bro.
you know, when I'm looking at the blogs, TMZ, Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, it's like Compton is weak as fuck. Compton girls, Compton Crip girls. You know, I'm not an active gang member, but nigga, I grew up around Crips. You know, my family is Crips, and I have some Pyro family members, but I got Crips on all sides. You know, this is where I was born and raised in it. I didn't choose the gang bang. That's not nothing that I ever wanted to do. I didn't think I could get rich or successful off gang banging, so that's not nothing that I ever wanted to do. But I do understand the politics of it. So what I will say is, the girls that did do it, I know one of them. She's to me a future boxer. I always talk to her about it and think she should box because she do got some hands on her. You feel me? Whatever y'all think about the video, that's on y'all. Like, you know, I'm not here to talk about that. Chrisean did her big one. I won't lie about it. This is what Chrisean does. But what I don't like about it is, well, what I would say is, of course, people clout chase. Of course, people want to get their moment. Chrisean Rock is in the hood. She's in Compton. Nigga, somebody got to get their moment. I don't agree with how it was gotten because I don't, that's not what I do. If I seen Chrisean, like, shout out Compton Cowboy, shout out the Queen of Compton, like, we gonna do that and probably work, you know? I'm not finna get at her on no clout chasing moment because that could go left. It may not get you what you want out the situation. So I don't respect the way it was done. I feel like, I have to be honest though, Chrisean, you know, she came and when she was talking to the girls, I think she was pretty sweet. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she should have had bodyguards. I don't understand why she was walking around in the city of Compton, knowing that people hungry outside, you know, for whether it be for clout, whatever the case may be, and you outside, you know, you somebody. So of course niggas gonna try to get that up off you. You feel me? So one of the young ladies had a camera, like, you know, and Chrisean like tried to look at her phone and see like, are you recording me? And I think Chrisean wasn't wrong for wondering if the girl was recording her, but I don't think I would have touched her phone because I already know how these girls think out here. And it ain't about being scared. It's about consequences. You put your hands on me, we dying or we going to jail. It's just that's why I don't even play games. I don't do that. But anyway, long story short, shit, the story is long. When she touched the girl's phone, she didn't grab it like aggressively. She didn't. I think that she kind of like, just touched it like, let me see. And to me, it wasn't a bad gesture. It wasn't one that called for slapping. I felt like that was a clout chasing moment. Hopefully you got your moment and hopefully it works for you. But what I will say is that Tati the Beast, which is one of the girls that I know, when she said, but you go with Blueface, Chrisean, she's dating Bloods and she's dating Crips. So when you in a Crip environment, you cannot refer to or use the word crabs. You just can't. And I don't know if Chrisean knows how offensive that is. And I don't think that she meant to offend the girls particularly, or even the guys. That's why one of the guys was like, I'm finna just walk you back to your car, because I don't think she really understands gangbanging. But when you use the word crab to reference Crips, it's ugly. That's just a disrespectful word. So I know that she meant that toward her baby daddy, which is Blueface. She was calling him, she said king of the crabs. Now, if these girls would have got upset about that, being that they're Crips, now mind you, I don't. This ain't how I get down, because I stay away from all the ignorance. But being that I grew up in it, the girl should have got down and said, hey, look, you're going to have to run that Chrisean one-on-one. You disrespecting the Crips. Because that's the way LA and Compton Pirate politics work. That's the only way I would have respected it. But the girl barely grabbed her phone. And she's like, she's recording. See, let me see. And then you hit her like, I got to keep it real. I don't fuck with that. I didn't think that was the proper way to do it. But I mean, when you need a moment and you trying to get on and you desperate for it, that's what you gonna do. You feel me? And I can't say that I'm not mad at the mentality. I would never move that way. But anyway, because it's not respectful, it's not what I represent. But I feel like Chrisean handled her business. She definitely did that, especially being that it was only one of her. I am embarrassed.
Hey, shout out to Queen of Compton, bro. I'm gonna have a link to her TikTok and her shit in the description, bro, in the comment section. Right now, I think what had happened was she was, the girls being, if they really, which I take it, I'm gonna assume that they really cripping, right? So being that, right, and you didn't already said that shit, it could have been her kept saying it in a moment too, because that could probably irritate. I guess it could irritate somebody in a moment, like you still saying like stop, like type shit. But like I say, people who from out the way ain't familiar with like just saying certain shit could irritate certain people's ears or whatever have you. So I think she, like in the midst of Chrisean looking at her phone and shit, I think Chrisean had her head on a swivel, which could come across like she was being like nonchalant. You know what I'm saying? As she looking around, she not really paying attention to the girl. And then she like, look, but she paying attention to her, recording her and shit like that. She don't, but why she trying to check and see if the girl recording her or show her like, girl, look, you recording and trying to be sneaky. The girl took the opportunity, already being irritated from the first little D-Mac crab situation, knowing what she did type shit, and just slapped her like, you know what I'm saying? It was like you just not being on your shit type shit, but yeah, and then she say the girl ran. I mean, shit.
No, don't record nothing on me.
Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. Don't grab my phone from me. Snatch my phone like I'm some work.
I know, it sounded like she was right there. Like, I don't give a fuck, you took my phone. Remember, if you hear the video, the girl, like, she explaining to her, like, oh, well, fuck, don't take my phone like I'm some mark. And Chrisean was just, like, I mean, right there, asking for a fade after slap you is fucking crazy. Okay, ain't no asking for a fade. I'm about you foot and ass. Go ahead and take off, bro. You didn't already initiated it. You put your hands on somebody. But yeah, bro, this little saga is entertaining, to say the least. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Chrisean did her thing. I will say that. It could be worse next time. Keep your head on the swivel. Be careful. You moving with the Most High, but, just still, like, you don't want to get stabbed or just no dumb shit, no scratches on your face. Your face look good. It's smooth. Your skin is smooth. Let's keep it that way, man. Shit, bro. We on to the...
Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho,